The UTTP, as of currently, has seemed to regroup to do some of the most repulsive things I have ever seen. From reintroducing their comment bot in which spams big YouTubers' comment sections, urging children to see content, or them raiding Twitch streamers with explicit content to mentally screw with them and their fanbase, or even the UTTP continuing to of numerous and even threatening to swap me and do horrible things to me once again. Skibidi Farms, as we have discussed, is also another platform of harassment that these people use and utilize. Somehow this website has not been taken down, despite the fact that there are threads present of these UTTP members bragging about all the that they have into. It's morally bankrupt, it's disgusting, and the content they spam to me and others is absolutely.
This video is meant for real men only. Good afternoon, everybody. There is an insidious group of people online by the name of UTTP that I should learn about, who I can safely say is full of up the fucking wall insane people. The video talking about this and the one I'll be reacting to is made by Parlo, and interestingly enough, I think he literally made this video because they were messing with him and slandering his good name. I mean, of course, that's not the only reason why, because this group has a messed up track record. So real quick, get ready for some actual depraved stuff. There will be a lot in here.
Parlo, he's not going nowhere. He's gonna get caught by the police.
Oh, by the way, this part, hold on, wait, go back a second. God damn it, give me a second.
Parlo,
This part makes no sense. If you're under the age of 13, please do not watch this video. Okay, whatever.
he's gonna get
I guess
caught by
because of the disclaimer that it's, you know, serious topics, but like still though, like what a bizarre already. Like under 18 makes sense, but under 13, why?
Now, it's been over 8 months ago since I made my last video on the UTTP, short for the YouTube Troll Police, and it
Oh bro, can I say as well? I love that. They call YouTube Troll Police, YTP, YouTube Poop.
seemed like
That's
they
genius.
had forever
That might be intentional or not, but either way, I love it.
faded into irrelevancy. Well, this was until the ringleader, General Glenn, brought back the
I don't like that profile picture.
UTTP into the
It feels like racially motivated,
spotlight
like some
and have
dark
allowed
humor.
the UTTP and all other connected splinter groups to do some of the most repulsive things I have ever seen. From reintroducing their comment bot in which spams big YouTubers' comment sections.
Wait, so what does that say? Hold on, maybe that. I just uploaded a funny video of. Oh my god, is that what? Yeah, that says children, and then the R word underneath. Bro, what are
urging
these
children to
guys?
see content, or them raiding Twitch streamers with
Nah, hold on, let me see that again. Okay, who's the big bucket get 96? Who the fuck posted that in Discord? They are posting. Wait, oh, what? NSFW. Okay, so what are you saying?
explicit content to mentally
Then below that, ban Skibidi from Discord. He's spamming.
screw
Oh my
with them
god.
and their fan base, or even the UTTP
So I love reading this. Can I just show you my butt, or I don't know, with no B? Bro, I don't hate Parlo, right? But like, he sends like every possible thing, right? Like to the point that makes no sense. Like, what is this bot? Dads?
continuing to of numerous and even threatening to swap
We'll go back a second. Oh, Parlo.
UTTP
Parlo, he sends out femboys. Oh, come on.
of numerous
What's wrong with you?
and even threatening to swap me and do horrible things to me once again. So please make sure to watch this entire video until the end, because I want to educate viewers on how bad these people actually are. The UTTP, as of currently,
I learned about these guys before from Parlo's previous video, and they seem pretty crazy. So I think like, this will be more of a video of like, you know, convincing how bad they are, instead of, you know, like switching parties.
has seemed to
Because
regroup.
there's no way like a single person, you know, would be on their side and then watch this video and be like, oh my god, they're actually not that good people,
And
actually.
this video will address the entire
Oh,
situation.
but I'm sorry if I put my hands on on the table, because that shakes the camera. I'll try my best to not, you know, be a fat ass.
and highlight
really
how
on it.
much of a problem they have become once again. So make sure to leave a like and subscribe if the UTTP needs to be stopped
I'll do it in
forever.
a second.
So essentially, ever since the UTTP had fallen into obscurity after being under increased surveillance by the FBI and being consistently
Is
banned
that
by
true,
Discord,
actually? Bro, if you get searched by the FBI, that's serious.
somehow they have managed to claw their way back, with the creation of Skibidi Farms being a message board
That's brilliant,
website
actually.
used a lot by the UTTP and currently operated by General Glenn, now known as Drill Sergeant Hutu.
Bro, I love this kind of stuff, 'cause, like, it's so, like, it's so serious, you know, with what they do, but it has, like, the goofiest name behind it. The UTTP, you know, docs 12 children, and it was all led by the ringleader, General Glenn Glupshido.
Who is essentially an admin for the website. Essentially, Glenn had managed to create a new, stronger version of the UTTP by taking in members of many disgusting internet groups. So
Mr.
allow me
Beast.
to explain in the simplest of terms so you can understand the structure of the new UTTP. Essentially, Glenn is the de facto leader and has taken in culpable and well-versed members of 764 under his wing in order to carry out his nefarious
Wait, so who the fuck is it? Who's 764?
deeds.
I
And
don't
for
know
those of
about
you who
them.
don't know what 764 is,
Oh, sorry.
it is essentially a horrific cult made
What? I'll read that in a second, actually. Hold on. The 764 network operates not only in the United States, but all over the world, using threats, blackmail, and sadistic manipulation to Bro, stop censoring the word children. Who gives a shit? Oh my god, I saw the word children in this very grim topic. Like, who gives a shit? To perform depraved acts of violence against themselves and others.
to specifically single out and of them. So
Bro, like, he says to take advantage of children. Oh my god. Like, bro, like, this kind of like serious stuff, it comes with the territory. It comes with the territory, right? So, like, not a single person will click on the video and be like, oh, he said take advantage of children. Like, yeah, you know, like, what do you expect in the video?
so that they can manipulate these into
If you're shocked by that, then you're better off just not watching the video
carrying out the most
and going back to like playing your sandbox.
reprehensible things you can possibly imagine.
such as live streaming acts of animal
My god, he's mocking. Oh my god.
acts, and even in the affidavit, it describes how
Well, I want to say, like, you know, maybe like Parlo censored these words, you know, for to make money off the videos, which is fine, right? But like he draws the line so far. He censored children, advantage, and other very minor words.
Paul provided guidance.
So I
directly
have
to
no idea. I
others.
think he really does. He really is worried about, you know, offending people, or he wants to make the video as safe as possible, to the point that it's hard to understand. Honestly.
764 members how to effectively and victims. In response to this bug,
Wait, he censored the word extort? Why?
U.S. Attorney General Pamela
Groom, I get why, but like extort? Come on.
Bondi said these defendants are accused of orchestrating one of the most heinous online enterprises we have ever
But
encountered.
I fucking hate the sound effect. I'm sick of it.
A network built on and the deliberate
If they like only play sound effects where it's like a lion roaring, that'd be funnier.
Not only does Glenn now have the members of this cult under his wing, but essentially he has created a new group called Hutu, which is a rebranding of the Foodists, an infamous name which I'm sure many of you are aware of.
No, but what the fuck is foodist? That sounds ridiculous.
Because back in
What?
2021 and 2022, the Foodists would oftentimes rage bait and create bots in YouTubers' comment sections to spam insults towards Jacksepticeye's dad or Technoblade, who both passed away, and
Oh my, okay, that was a great snapshot. Those people, oh my, bro, I forgot about that. Like, they were like just random insane kids making fun of like Jacksepticeye. I'm not laughing at Jacksepticeye's dad. I'm not thinking of like those crazy teenagers that would spend all their day like replying to Jacksepticeye, be like, "Hey, yeah, Jack, I'm glad your dad died." You know, that was real funny. And like, no offense to Jack, right? But like that somehow pissed him off, and he responded to a couple of people. Not everyone, but like, you know, he made a video being like, "Go fuck yourself." Bro, and he was like, he was slighted by those fucking people.
they did this to get attention.
And I was going after Technoblade as well. Okay, these people are really fun. I'm gonna call them funny, but like, I don't want to be like, you know, I'm laughing with them, you know, like being on their side, but like I'm laughing at, you know, just the general chaos they're producing.
Now,
Just going after like Jacksepticeye's dad like 5 years ago, and fucking Technoblade.
Hutu is a more elite branch of the UTTP with more capable and trusted members, and these people are just one of many who have been openly trying to harass me recently. Then of course you have the main
Also, I mean, in Parlo's...
are just one
Hold
of
on,
many
give me
who
a
have
second.
been
Yeah, you know, wait, put you on a second.
openly trying to harass me.
The one point I have to say, you know, like, I feel like he's getting like really upset about these people. I'm talking about Parlo, right? He gets really upset with these people when in reality they have like no influence at all. Like, look at this shit, right? Oh, like he's acting like these people are really harassing me. They're spreading lies. But then the tweets, the photoshops they have, right? Oh, sorry, the inspected tweets to make it look worse. They have like no likes at all. Zero. 2 or 3 likes, that's it. Like, if some, you know, bigger news account on Twitter was spreading this, you know, that'd be much more worrying. But the random club shitos that do this for the express reason to get, you know, called out by Parlo for their own fun kicks, and he's giving it to them directly.
Recently. Then of course you have the main UTTP groups on Discord.
Oh god, a fucking anime icon.
One such example being
Interesting,
Friends
guys.
Hub, which is ran by a user named Miami, who is not only a but they also attempted to swat the Roblox YouTuber's stake in 2024.
Alright, so basically we call the IHOP. I got the lady on the call.
Whoa, what is
and
this?
I'm
Hold on.
like, so there's
I
a
can't
blue
read the fucking. Let me move my. Shit, sorry guys. Hold on, give me a second. I'm fucking working OBS. What are we doing? Miami explains how he attempted to swat stages on our live stream. Oh, so he's a big guy?
blue guy. He has a buzz cut, wearing a blue hoodie. And then I told him that he has, and I just kept describing him. And then the girl just went out looking for him. And that's when she just popped out.
Just water,
Oh my god.
probably.
Do you have a brother
A brother?
that's worried about you?
No, I don't. We're just recording a video.
Wait, oh, is that swatting? I guess any act of calling like the police to go after a streamer in public or by their own domain, that'd be swatting.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not that bad actually.
Just called and said something weird, so I was just...
That's more funny actually.
What did they say?
Like, you know, don't do this at all ever in your life. But like, I find it more funny than anything else.
It's coming in.
Like calling the police and, you know, giving them like the actual address, that's way worse. But like, you know, if he's out in public, you know, and it's like a funny little prank, I don't really mind.
Just watch out.
Oh.
I don't know.
I think that might have been a prank.
Okay.
Now here is a clip of my
What a nothing clip. Like, you know, like that's still shit, right? But like with the preamble that Parlo was giving, being like, you know, they doxed this big streamer. They were swatting the big streamer. They were harassing
Miami
him.
admitting
It's like a fun little clip on his channel.
to having
He probably appreciates that, you know, 'cause it's more funny.
of horrific content, just so you can get a grasp of how evil this guy
Oh boy,
actually
guys, get ready. Child porn, child porn, child porn, child porn.
is.
I have a bunch of saves. I have a bunch of saves.
Same.
Bro, why is this a porn? Whatever.
Simply, it's just to traumatize people and to make people think I'm a bad person.
And then of course you have the UTTP Empire, which is another large Discord server, ran by someone named FPS, who we have covered in
FPS
numerous
Russia.
videos before, who is an open
Oh my god.
who has committed horrific actions and is someone who engages in the distribution of illicit material and is openly an girl named Tiana. So now that we've gotten all of that out the way, let's actually cover what they've been doing recently. The UTTP
Recently, that was a background? That was a lot
have
actually.
been recently raiding small
That
Twitch
was
streamers'
bad
Discord
enough by
servers
itself.
with content to not only threaten and scare the Twitch streamer who has to bear witness to this horrific content, but also their fan base who have to unfortunately view it being spammed. And even worse in this instance I'm about to show was the fact that they were impersonating as me while doing this.
Guys, I'm back.
Okay, like, this is one. Okay, initially, you know, I saw Parlo's obsession with these people was like, you know, purely autistic, like very obsessive. But now, you know, I get his motivation. If they're cosplaying as him, you know, random like Twitch chats and they're spamming the worst of possible under his name, that's bad. Yeah, holy shit.
It's very good.
I feel like this video serves the purpose of, you know, of clarifying anyone's bias against them. Like, they were like, oh, Parlo was in that one guy that was spamming Go in some streamer's chat. So now, you know, if they have the time, you know, they can check his new video now and see like, oh, never mind, it's just a crazy group by the UTTP or any other one.
Hello. What happened in her?
Well, God bless the editor for this video, right? Because he has to go frame by frame and censor every bad word possible. Like, why censor Go?
What happened in her Discord?
Holy shit, so funny.
Okay.
Okay, wait. What big respectable streamer is gonna click on a random link on the Discord on the
Okay,
Twitch
where are her
chat?
mods? Where are her mods?
Oh, is she a big streamer or just like nobody?
Yo, this
I think, bro, I almost
Her chat looks empty.
Where are her mods, bro?
Literally
Lock in mods.
online.
Brady, just put some in your
And
yeah, check your general.
People like FPS have openly bragged about doing these Twitch raids and even bragged about impersonating
Okay, unfortunately, please, God forgive me, right? That is sort of funny. It's absolutely deplorable, right? But it's one of those things, you know, in school, like there's like a shitty kid, right? And they're being an asshole, okay? but you can't help but laugh with them.
Fascinating me while
It's funny.
spamming illicit content to these people. So they're very open about the degenerative acts here. FPS even
They just don't give a shit. I feel like Parlo like really hammers in the point that like, oh, they don't care about you and what they're doing. Like, of course they don't give a shit. Yeah, they find it funny.
went on to state that he ran
Like, just say you know what bad they did and stop being like they don't care, because duh, we all know
comment bots
they don't
which
give
were
a shit.
used to attack Creekcraft's channel and comment section, and that he even ran the Twitter bots used to spam me and my friends, going on to state that the UTTP will be larger than ever before, with old members set to return. The UTTP had even threatened a father on livestream by stating that they would do horrible things to their child, causing
Wait, hold on, I gotta read this real quick. You know, guys, again, disclaimer, if some of the stuff gets a bit too far, go click off and then come back to watch me. You know, I need a good view duration. Anyhow, he cried on stream because I said I'm gonna fuck his whatever. I want to say fuck, but like it says E at the end, whatever. He brought some system for AI to approve the comments for him to see or something, but we bypassed it. He cried on stream because I said I'm gonna oh my god. Oh, so thank you for censoring this part, but letting it right here. That's pretty okay. That's fucked up. Actually, I can't lie. Oh yeah, for FPS said he will finger his. This is so. Again, I'm not laughing with these sick degenerates, right? But some of this shit, it's so fucking dumb. Cute 11-year-old. What was that? Whatever. I decided to attack him because I've watched him since 2022 and started trolling him in chat since 23. I actually enjoy his content, but I enjoy his distress even more. What's
the
psycho?
father to
Holy
start
shit.
recording the UTTP members in his live chat to then forward the proof to the police. I mean, it's absolutely repulsive.
The name, and I just want to
Oh god.
get a photograph of that just in case it's true.
Oh, he's just some nice British guy stream. Oh no. Oh.
Make
Oh,
my
that
life a
breaks
bit
my
easier.
heart.
1 second. And Ballbucks, man, you best pray that this is incorrect.
FPS is even seen stating how he wished to push this dad to. In the chat too, while this was happening, they proceeded.
Can't you just like ban that guy, that Club Shido, when he does that? And I guess they make new accounts and just come back over and over and over. But like still though, you know, just play the long game, play like the attrition game and block them every
to
single
claim
time.
that they lived at my address to try and once again impersonate me. Now, in order to get my attention, the UTTP have also attempted to harass me or others who I'm engaging in drama with. One such example being Harry Twinkle, who was only 15 years of age. Essentially, during a call I had with Harry Twinkle, the UTTP raided his Discord server with absolutely horrific content in order to scar him and his fanbase. And this is what he had to say in response in the call. This was his live reaction.
Oh god. I don't want to see like this 15-year-old kid's wild reaction. But same time I do.
Yeah, but
Oh my god,
thing-
they're sending horrible things.
Oh my-
Please delete it.
Is that most critical? Oh my god. Everyone, this is insane.
Damn it. Oh my. Who's
What are they
owner of the
saying?
server? They're sending animal.
What? Are you kidding me?
Dude, delete
What?
the server.
You get
man.
it, right? I hope
No.
I really you're joking.
No,
What?
I'm not joking.
I'm joining right now.
Oh, is that? I guess that's Parlo with the white profile picture.
Yeah, hold up. What the?
They're sending and then
Oh, that's
reporting
Parlo.
you to try and get your server taken down by Discord.
Wait, can you do that? That's like really fun. You can send CP right to a Discord, and then you can report them to get the server taken down. That's really funny.
No,
If
this
true.
is bad.
Don't look at it. Okay. Who owns the server? Who can delete it?
I'm getting my friend too.
Okay.
Okay, I feel bad for this kid, but like that reaction is so funny.
Good.
Okay, we
All these people involved in this video, right? They're completely deplorable, but like I feel so bad for laughing at
need
it.
to ban those people. They sent too. Like,
Oh, that's not
God,
okay. So.
A lot of the harassment these UTTP members conduct comes from their Discord servers, where they engage in hate raids to attack not only Twitch streamers, but also me and my friends. And
Yeah,
not for
my
any
friends.
specific reason, but just because it's fun for them to do. It's morally bankrupt, it's disgusting, and the content they spam to me
Yeah,
and
no, I
others
know, dude. These people that send child porn or random Discords, they are morally bankrupt. Like, no shit,
is
yeah.
absolutely. Now, Skibbity Farms, as we have discussed, is also another platform of harassment that these people use and utilize. And I'd like to preface the fact that none of you should access this platform under any circumstances.
I think I will actually, as a matter of fact.
You should instead forward this all to sufficient law enforcement.
Okay, base actually. Some people some people would go to that website, and like have like their own autistic investigation into it. When don't do that ever, right? Like if they have like some actual legal stuff, report to the police. I said because most of these websites or people, they share around child porn. And should ever get on your hard drive or your computer, you incriminate yourself in it. So just don't involve yourself in those investigations, because most of the time it'll drive you insane, and you might get in trouble. You might get in trouble in it yourself.
Essentially, however, Skibbity Farms is a message board website operated by members of the UTTP and
is it called Skibbity Farms because of Kiwi Farms?
Others under General Glenn, and it has over 700 members.
I thought I said like 700 million members. I was like, what the fuck?
Somehow
that's
this
too
website
many.
has not been taken down, despite the fact that there are threads present of these UTTP members bragging about all the that they have into. For example, a Hutu member named Connor Talks shows an example of someone who they got to. FPS, who is someone I've addressed already, is then seen posting a list of alleged that he got to, with him.
Bro, respect your part of like calling this out. But like, how can you make these kind of videos and just end up like, how can you make these videos and click the upload button with a smile on your face? Like, researching this stuff would make you miserable, insanely miserable, because it's like the worst shit ever, on your timeline.
Even stating
non-stop.
That he had a lot.
Not only does he look at it, but also he has to edit these videos censored.
More images on another laptop that he owned, in which was confiscated by police. He then also goes on to state that he has a video of stating this is for FPS before allegedly engaging in a disgusting act on camera. Connor is then seen posting more images with someone the word Hutu into that, however exclaiming that the girl did not right. I mean, this is absolutely repulsive behavior.
I know, Parlo. Guys, like, look at this really bad stuff and tell me as well it's also really bad.
And it's clear that the methods can...
Like, I've seen like better people than Parlo, I'm sorry, right? I've seen better people than him like show this stuff, and the way they do it, right? They show it on screen and then they move on, because there's no point like spoon feeding the viewer, being like, this is bad, this is not good, because the average viewer watching this is not a moron.
Conducted by 764 have spilled a lot into what the UTTP are now currently doing. Members of Skibbity Farms are empathetic to and have even urged one another to conduct fake threat reports on
oh my bro, he sends the word bomb.
My address to get me swatted by police.
So that's what, like, he sends us every, like, him or his editor, right? They send us every possible word. But like, if you're this far deep, 10 minutes in, odds are, you're already used to it.
Now, in regards to the leader himself, General Glenn, aka Drill Sergeant Hutu, he essentially admitted that he was friends with Solomon, who was a school. He would have middlemen.
Oh shit! Is that a guy that shot the Antioch High School? Wait, guys, give me a second, please. I'm actually upset with that question. Hold on. Antioch. If you guys remember, that kid was insane. Like, that was like that black kid. Like, it was upset with 4chan and like calling every ethnic person, subhuman like himself. Oh, guys, hold on. This is actually really important. High school. I think his name was Solomon. Antioch. Hold on, I have to find his name. Guys, this is like actually really boring. Just bear with me. It is. It's right there. Solomon Henderson. Okay, he might be bold, he might be trolling, like he might be lying. But either way, if that's like 1% true, like he was in contact with him, online, that's scary enough.
Men get illicit images off of to then have these be blackmailed into being for him, essentially in a UTTP, and doing whatever he orders of them, essentially blackmailing and them. FPS, being one of these middlemen, bragged about the benefits that it gave him, and Glenn states himself how he instructed FPS to save the images to use on a later basis against it, stating himself that he was able to force the to do whatever he wanted. When asked if this...
I feel bad for these kids, right? Like, at some point you want to yell at them and be like, just block them that easily, because mostly people are just full of shit, oh, I'm gonna blackmail you. but then the second you block them, in a conversation,
methods still
to be fair, they are kids, they can't see that far ahead. Like the second they get blackmailed or threatened to be blackmailed, they panic immediately.
goes on, Glenn dodges the question.
Even probably, a good reason to not give your kid, unrestricted internet access that young.
So it is painfully obvious that this is all still probably happening, especially when FPS is still seen bragging about getting more images from his victims on Skibbity farms. So essentially, Glenn is the leader, and he gets his middlemen, such as FPS, to do all the dirty work, so he is not implicated in the process. But then he
Somewhat smart, very shitty, somewhat smart,
uses the affected victims as to which he all openly admits to, and apparently he has a lot of them. And keep in mind, everything discussed in this video is merely just the tip of the iceberg. It is no secret that the FBI is notified about these types of people, but I do urge anyone watching to inform them about these specific users and about the platforms that they use to engage in these.
That probably overworks the FBI if they get views from this video. Like, if you know about this, just tell them yourself, Parlo.
Horrific
I
harassment.
suppose you have how many views does the video have so far? 144k. Yeah, just do it yourself. I suppose even if 1/10 of those people go report them, that's like 14k people be like, FBI, hello, we know about this person. Like, yes, we know, we talked about them already.
Campaigns. When Glenn, the ringleader, is compromised, all the other factions that he runs and has unilateral power over will eventually crumble. It is only a matter of time. And also, I'd like to state that if any member ever sends you illicit content, I heavily urge you to mass report it and block the users, as I have done myself. We cannot afford to see the UTTP come back this year and materialize once again like they did last year. So that is why I made this video, to educate and inform viewers on how these people operate and what they have done, and also to defend myself from their impersonation tactics, because they're going to attempt to keep on doing this over and over and over again.
Wait, I've only done one time?
But anyway, for clarification as this video ends, this video is not intended for hate, harassment, or cyberbullying whatsoever. This video is instead intended for educational and informative purposes only, going over this entire situation as a whole in a documentary style context. I'd also like to clarify that this video is absolutely intended for more mature audience advised. All lines, including the YouTube child safety in you, and comment your opinions down below about this situation. And
my opinion is that, yeah, holy shit, this is insane. Now, I don't normally mind Parlo, right? I think he's somewhat crazy himself, right? Like, you can tell by watching his videos and like seeing himself, explaining himself in dramas, he's somewhat very upset with the stuff he covers. But like videos like this, right, I think they're pretty good. Like, I think you get like a good breakdown of these insane communities like UTP and Friends Hub, whatever it's called. I think videos like his, they break down very well. They're heavily censored, right? But I guess, to make it as consumable as possible, he has to do that, censoring every possible bad word, like bombs, advantage, cut, all that insane stuff. But if it's for the sake of money, I don't really mind. But even then, it's funny regardless. But yeah, holy shit! I think he's already made like 2 videos on it so far, like he showed right now. But like, bro, if it goes deeper, that's insane. Like, I get why he had to make this video, because like he said, he wants to call them out, but also in the future defend himself. Because if they're going around and impersonating Parlo, doing random insane shit like showing gore, also like leading people to find gore in a Discord, then like the videos like this is important to defend himself. But yeah, I want to say like the FBI cracks down on them, but like with every single situation like this, when it's like an online community that don't really physically meet, it's much harder to crack down on them. I guess Discord can like help them, to find their address, whatever, or find their identities. But even then, I'm sure they have like safe barriers to stop that. But after watching this video, holy shit. FBI, please find these sick fuckos, the UTTP. It's so funny, they have like a fucking policeman, as an icon to be like the internet police, but meanwhile, they do like the most deplorable shit on the Discord. Holy shit. Never join them, should you come across them ever. Because from what I saw in this video, they're fucking foul. They're real raunchy.